Astavakra Geeta, 19th chapter. 19th chapter. Now Janak says, after listening all details, operation is over. Janak had expressed his anxiousness to Astavak about the essence of this life. He wanted to know the real knowledge about this life. He simply wanted to know in brief, but Astavakra explained in detail. But Astavakra explained him in detail and told him whatever Astavakra could. After getting the details as explained in chapter 18 so far, Janak could understand all that he wanted to know. Janak could understand all that he wanted to know without any yoga, prayer, and any chanting, etc. He has got the knowledge of what he wanted. Janak has got the knowledge what he wanted. Just by listening, he got awoken. He got awakened. Nothing is to be done anymore. Now Janak says, by your basic wisdom, now Janak says, by your basic wisdom and knowledge blessed to me, I have renounced all my doubts. Janak says, I got rid of all waves rising in my heart and stomach, and I feel very comfortable now. Janak says, all the pains and problems in my heart and stomach have been thrown out by your words of wisdom. Janak says that now I am completely liberated from so many thoughts I had collected so far by different books and different scents. All doubt are crystal clear now. I am at peace within now and do not want anything further. And I do not want anything further and any further knowledge. Janak is settled peacefully within his soul and does not want anything through world, religion, or salvation. Neither the wealth nor the dualism exist anymore in me, Janak says. Now, after this awakening, when I see the world, I see only one thing, that I am on my throne and have nothing to do. All illusions have disappeared. Religion, the passions, desire, and also the running after God, all have been destroyed. I do not aspire for any outer enjoyment now. When I have got the real bliss without any sense and their outcome. For me, there is no past, there is no future now. Even present lost for me, no more illusion. Even present lost for me, no more illusion for this world or that world also. I am fixed and settled in myself and do not run for anything anymore. I am above time and space. Nothing disturbs me now. Nothing disturbs to me now. I am above everything and have learned what I wanted to learn. I am satisfied completely and nothing can move me from my stand. And nothing can move me from my stand. Witnessing has happened. Witnessing has happened. I am in my own now. And so there is no worry, no good, no bad, and no profit, no loss. Soul or no soul, teacher or no teacher. This idea is no more with me. This idea is no more with me. All stains of this and that have died in me. All stains of this and that have died. There is no way of opposition in me, so I am peaceful. Now I have been fearless in all status of sleeping, dreaming, or walking. No fear, no disturbance at any time, at any place, under any circumstances. All are same forever. I am no more worried about four stages given in books: religion, wealth, action, and salvation. When three stages has gone, then the question of fourth does not rise. When three stages have gone, then the question of fourth does not arise. Janak says to Astavakra, Do not misguide me now. When three stages have died, then fourth can not stay alive. For me, all the four killed. Astavakra says, Janak, you have posed in test. You have passed in test. You have passed in exam, and you are right now. The four disturb the mind. When mind is away from fear, then nothing can disturb the mind. No mind, and so no fear, and so no more disturbance of sleep, dreams, or walking stage. Janak clarified all doubts of Astavakra by hinting that even if he is dead, even then I am only a witness. The Guru accepted his stage and success in life. Guru accepted his stage and success in life. Now I have realized myself what I am, and hence no one is neither near me nor is no one far away. Neither is near me nor far off. Now there is no other one for me. After realizing myself now I feel completely without any other sport. I am by myself now, I am fixed and settled in my own emotions. And so no one is near me and no one is away from me. No one is inside me and no one is outside. No one is temporary and no one is permanent. All are unreal in life and death, good or bad, rich or poor, strong and weak. I exist for existence sake. I exist for existence sake. That is all, nothing more. I have not to go in something for anymore. I have not to go for something anymore. All ideas of this world and that world are gone now. All ideas of this world and that world are gone. Rested in soul and all gone. Having realized my existence as a soul, I am no more worried about four stages given in books: religion, wealth, actions, and salvation. These do not exist for me now. I am zero. I am Sunya, where there is no beginning or there is no end. There is nothing inside and there is nothing outside. Hence, I am complete. I have nothing to gain and nothing to lose. There may be a crowd all along, but for me it does not exist. But for me it does not exist. Janak now says that I am no more interested in any literature on religion. Janak says, now I am not no more interested in any literature on religion, wealth, action, or salvation. For me, they do not exist. Everyone is in search for something or other, but Janak is no more concerned with anything. He does not aspire for salvation also. He does not aspire for salvation also. Janak admits that he has got the reality. You said, and I got it. Since the outer knowledge and the inner knowledge are of no use, since the outer knowledge and the inner knowledge are of no use to me, Janak said, the search has come to an end. The search has come to an end. The last chapter 20 started. Janak says, in my faceless form there is nothing. In my faceless form there is nothing. Janak had a very small anxiety like a seed for the real meaning of the existence. Astavakriji made a tree of a seed explaining the essence of life to Janak. Janak is again summarizing the tree to a seed. Janak is again summarizing the tree to a seed when Astavakra has explained. Janak is also enclosing the conclusion, which has become the eternal light for him. After reading Janak's statement, we will feel as if he has repeated what Astavakra has said to him. Why Janak is doing so? If you go too deep into the scene, you will feel that Janak has put his soul into it. Janak has put his soul into it. Now Janak speaks in his own voice, and after listening Astavakra preaching, In this chapter, the last chapter of Astavakra Geeta, now Janak speaks in his own voice. Last chapter of the Gita. Janak says, where is the body and the five elements? Where is the body and the five elements used to make this body? Where is the mind and where are the senses? Where that is zero, the ultimate stage where I have reached. As a blind man gets eye, suddenly he gets surprised. Similarly, Janak is seeing himself near the body, but he feels he is not the body. He is near the mind, but actually he is far off from the mind. Actions took place, but he could not be acting. He could not be acting through quite near them, though quite near them. Janak does not believe that he is near everything, but still his body is unaffected. He faced so many pleasure and worries in the life, but he is still neutral, now without any effect. His body and mind are blank, as if nothing has happened to him. He is like a lotus leaf in the lake. The body faced all activities, but I am not the body. Janak said, if we understand that we all are not bodies, we are consciousness, then nothing can touch us. Then nothing can touch us. Only bodies are touch, touching, which are always dead without the help of conscious, which are always dead without the help of conscious. When Janak saw that all is zero, then he left the zero also and got away. When Janak saw that all is zero, then he left the zero also and got away. He only became a witness and observer, and so detached himself from body, actions, mind, and zero. He detached himself from body, action, mind, and zero, etc. Where there is no two, I am not there. I am away from all ups and downs of life. Whenever there are two sides, I am not there. When life and death, destruction and construction, good or bad, something exists, I am not these. I am neither man nor woman. That is all. I am nothing more. All waves are of mind and brain. Soul does not have any arm. Soul position is always changeless and thoughtless. Soul position is always changeless and thoughtless. Janak emphasizes that he is out of dualism of life. Janak emphasizes that he is out of dualism of life. He sees simply both, but not involved in any one. He simply he simply sees both, but not involved in any one. I am not thirstier for anything. The question of quenching the thirst does not arise. When I am not hungry, then how can I say I am full? When desire is dead, then all is dead. When I do not want anything, nothing attracts me. Nothing attracts me. I am neutral and peaceful. Where is face, no salvation, no bondage. A self-enlightened person needs nothing like beauty, knowledge, ignorance, I, you, and confusion. Needs, a knowledgeable person needs nothing. Beauty, knowledge, ignorance, I, you, and confusion. Nothing is required once you have awakened your inner self. Your inner self, all are dead for you. Slavery and salvation are things of the world, and then they do not affect. In the faceless form, there is nothing. Janak says that I do not have any speciality, any qualification for liberate or witness. Nothing exists in the world. All bookish knowledge and lectures in the brand are of no use and effect for a lighted person. He is himself always and does not allow any outer things to affect. Janak was having a body, but he was over and above the body. Janak was having a body, but he was over and above the body. He never thought and worried for it. It was just there. Janak, though living in the world, but he was not in this entire world, and he had achieved salvation while alive. It must be self-experience of knowledge. It must be self-experience of knowledge. Astavakra must be very pleased to see that his disciple Janak is totally changed. Astavakra must be very pleased to see that his disciple Janak is totally changed. His purpose is solved. Everything was lost for Janak. No freedom, no slavery, no bondage, no ownership, no dullness, no activity had any meaning for him. No activity had any meaning for him. He was free from all attachments, whether positive or negative. Astavakra told Janak that your experience is true. Astavakra told Janak that your experience is true and not of the teacher. Do not accept anything unless you have tried yourself. Do not accept anything unless you try yourself. Apply on yourself the experience and see the result and then believe. There is no two. There is no two. Since there is no more dualism in me, the question of this world or that world does not arise. Neither there is wisdom, nor bondage, nor salvation. Finally, I am alone and that too away from this body. Finally, I am alone and that too away from this body. For me, everything is over, and so the desire of anything is not left in me. The desire of anything is not left in me. I move freely in the world without any attachment in the life and also after this life. Janak says that the idea of two is over for me. Janak says that the idea of two is over for me. I do not have any disturbance in my mind, as I am I only. Janak admits before his guru, Astavakra, that you have awakened me only by your words. You have awakened me only by your words. Simply hearing to your words, I am transformed. The philosophy of devotion and devotee is dead. The philosophy of devotion and devotee is dead. Nothing is left to be done, as nothing is left to be achieved. Under the circumstances, Janak says that he does not see anything. If at all there is anything, if at all there is anything, it is only one and one only, not two. The inside is the blank and hence no worry, no problem, no disturbance. Only peace, peace is left within, and I am happy. And I am happy eternally and externally. I am not left to do anything. I am free without any effect on me for any side. What else is required now? What else is required now? I got all I wanted to get. I got all what I wanted to get. Fool claims, wise never claims. Janak says, I am without any knowledge, and also I do not wish to get any knowledge. Janak says, I am without any knowledge, and also I do not wish to get any knowledge. There is no knowledge and there is no knower. A learned person does not feel anything about himself. He is empty all around. Nothing is inside and outside. When there is one and one only, then who knows what to know, how to know? In the last moment of the wisdom, in the last moment of the wisdom, knowledge is also finished. In the last moment of the wisdom, knowledge is also finished. Whose wisdom gone, he is wise. Whose knowledge gone, he is knowledgeable. Whose knowledge gone, he is knowledgeable. Fools only claim that they are wise. Wise man never claims. Gautam Buddha was silent when people asked him, God is there. Gautam Buddha was silent when people asked him, God is there. Buddha was silent. People announced that Buddha knows nothing. Therefore, he is silent and dumb. Religious leaders of our country, religious leaders of our country have thrown Buddha out of the country because they have got the benefit of his silence. Because they have got the benefit of his silence. Buddha was silent. He has not replied because he knows that whatever the reply will be given, that would be wrong. Whatever the reply will be given, that will be wrong. In the reply itself, there will be claim that I know. In the reply itself, there will be claim that I know. Say yes or say no. Where I am, where is the knowing? What is there to know? Such spaceless situation, then only Janak says, where is something and where is nothing? Old has gone, and new is so new that it cannot be described in words. Actionless, all actions are of heart and mind. All actions are of heart and mind. When I am always actionless, then there is no concern, no meditation, no pleasure, no worries, no foolishness, and also no knowledge for me to feel. Happiness and worries are products of the mind, and they do not affect the soul. All these worldly activities, ups and downs, are no more for me. Ups and downs are no more for me. They do not touch me eternally. They may come and go, but I am not concerned. I am living in the sea, but the waves do not affect me. Waves do not touch me. They are within me. They all are within me. The next says, I am in the world, but not of the world in any way. I do not exist for the world, and likewise the world also does not exist for me. Nothing can disturb now. Nothing can disturb now. No one, I am above all. They may come and pass by without any effect on me. They all come and go without any effect on me. All is one, no yes or no for divinity. All is one, no yes or no for divinity. I am left with soul, and so no more questions. No man in this world and its creation affect me. For me they do not exist. When the very existence is denied, that how they can affect me. I am always I am always away from the idea of soul. I am away from the idea of soul or premature. I am neutral. Nothing affects me now. Janak is going to say that there is nothing like Guru and devotee in life. Janak again and again feels that nothing is any more. Then why should I feel about them? What is mine and what is not mine? I do not know whom to catch, whom to leave, whom to accept, whom to renounce. When there is nothing, then myself only. Except me, nothing exists. Everything belongs to one and one only, and all are also one in whole. All are also one in whole. There is no difference between you, he, him, and me. One should understand this fact of life. When all are the same, when all are the same, then all problems are automatically solved. When all are the same, then all problems are automatically solved. Good, God resides in all living beings. God resides in all living beings, and living beings inside the God. And where is the worry for anyone? It is our understanding the real truth to get rid of all worldly confusions. It is our understanding the real truth to get rid of all worldly confusion. Janak has reached where he wanted to reach. After reaching the final stage of life, he is not like this or that. He is the same. There is no way of or anything. He does not want, does not aspire for anything. For him, all similarities are gone, like purity, impurity, richness, poorness, state, and weakness, good or bad, proper or improper. Janak does not want any more knowledge, any wisdom, any lecture, or any guru. Janak has reached the real stage of life where nothing affects anymore. Where nothing affects anymore. Divinity is oneness with the whole. No more attached or thrust for Janak. You may be God loving or not loving, God fearing or no, not God fearing. It does not affect him. Living ones and gods are one. Living ones and gods are one. The problem is there where there are two. There is no two. That is to understand. Finally, Janak says that to say dualism or non-dualism is also meaningless now. To say dualism and non-dualism is also meaningless now. I am nothing to do and do not want to be anything anymore. There is nothing to say. Neither God is there nor God is not there. So far, Astavakra said one and oneness. Now Janak says to say one is also waste. To say one is also waste. Waste. It is very wonderful. It means no waves rises now. All have become complete. Sunya. Now I have rested in supreme peace. Now I have rested in supreme peace. This can happen with you also. It needs your cooperation. It all depends on you. It all depends on you. I would like to tell you a small story. There was a saint, very old and famous. People were coming from far away to ask something or other, but saint always maintained his silence. But saint always maintained his silence. Sometimes he writes few lines on the sand when someone asks a lot of questions. Contented is always happy. He writes on the sand, contented one is always happy. Don't run away. Awake within. Do not think. Lose and get. Small sentence like that only. People were not satisfied with these small sentences. They wanted the reply in details. They were not able to understand that why he is not giving the reply of their questions in a proper manner. So many wise persons came and gone, but that saint was just smiling and writing the same old words. Contented is always happy. Contented one is always happy. Awake, do not run away. Lose yourself and get it. No one could make him ready to speak. No one could make him ready to speak. But there was something in him which attracts the people from all around. One day it has happened that one young man came and he snatched the bar from, from the old man's hand. There was no eagerness in his eyes. He was not eager to ask anything. He was very peaceful. He was also silent like the saint only. He was also silent like the saint. He has written on the sand. That young man has written on the sand how your light would destroy my darkness. How your light would destroy my darkness. Saint written in his reply. What is darkness? Where is darkness? Are you lost in darkness? That young man just hesitated and again written. Whether to be lost in actual whether to be lost is actually lost. That saint peeped in the eyes of that young man with love and affection and written on the sand, no, to be lost is not actually lost. You have just forgotten. Remembrance has lost, nothing else. So far, lot of people gathered there. So far, lot of people gathered there. No one was able to understand. All started laughing. People could not understand what he has written. Saint quickly cleared all that and written again. Which desire brought you here? Which desire brought you here? Young man wrote, Desire. What desire? I have no desire. There is no desire left in me. After reading this, Saint just jumped up on his feet. After reading this, Saint just jumped up, raised his right leg, and thrown it on the ground 3 times. Then he closed his eyes and stood like a stone for some time, breathless. There was silence all over. Public was also stand still silently. That young man could not understand anything. That young man could not understand anything. He forgot that he has taken oath to be speechless, and he has spoken. What you have done, and why? Saint laughed away and written again on the sand. Written again on the sand. Desire to know is also a shape of desire. Desire to know something is also a shape of desire. Young man screamed, I have heard that there is a great verse renouncing which man could be one. There is a great verse renouncing which man could be one with whole, and I know that is with you. I am seeing, I am hearing the sound of that. Saint has written very fast that you only, that verse is you only. You differ from divinity, even for a moment. Saint has suddenly raised his bar and stuck it on the head of that young man. Stars moved all around the eyes of that young man. Stars moved all around the eyes of that young man, but he had emerged in some deep happiness and pleasantness situation that he spent lot of hours in that situation. The day was over. The young man was happy within. After 3 days, that old saint forgot that he was to be silent. Silence was broken, and he said, After all, you returned home. Silence was broken, and he said, After all, you returned home. Young man said nothing, and without speaking, without peeping in the eyes,